YouTube, Spear is here in Throne and Liberty. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know exactly how we play Spear, exactly what's the best build and all that stuff. However, I don't know yet. I just got home. I wanted to go ahead and go over the material transmutation since I was learning about that a little bit while I was at work, and it seems pretty straightforward and simple, but I have noticed a lot of people not really understanding what to do there. Now, before we go ahead and go more into that, I just want to say I have already leveled up my spear to mastery weapon 8. I will be reading all these skills and figuring out how I want to build this. There is some brand new armor. There is a brand new stat point right here, Fortitude, which basically just makes you tankier. So there's a ton we have to go over in this brand new update. But hold off. If you guys want to see, I'm going to be trying to make spear and staff work. After that, I'm going to try spear dagger. And then maybe I'll try greatsword spear. I don't have the best in slot greatsword, unfortunately, because that thing is very expensive at 20k. But I luckily just got the Juno Bote's Warblade to drop yesterday, so maybe I'll make something with that. We'll go ahead and think about that. But for now, I'm going to be trying to make spear staff work because I have the Talus staff, and I think that could be pretty good. What the Talus staff does is when you get stunned, it will protect the user for a second, so it will basically CC break you from a stun, which in this game, there's very few things that can CC break you as reliable as a Talus staff, because if you get knocked prone, you're no longer going to be able to CC remove it. So what the Talus staff does is it immediately makes you unable to be targeted, and it will keep you from getting comboed by greatsword users, so it's very helpful. But anyways, let's go ahead and go over the material transmutation. What is the material transmutation? The material transmutation is a brand new way for you guys to be throwing in your useless purple gear, your useless blue gear, and your useless green gear. You could mess up if you go ahead and click something like this. If you click all, as you see right here, you have a ton of things that you can grab right here. We do not want to get a majority of this stuff. Pretty much all we're looking for in this is we go to the accessories, and we're going to be looking for conversion tier 3. Never do conversion tier 1 or 2. Always make sure you're doing 3. And we're looking for the Band of Universal Power and the Belt of Bloodlust. As you guys have seen, I'm sure you guys have noticed. Let's go ahead and actually just show you while we're here. The Band of Universal Power and the Belt of Bloodlust. The Belt of Bloodlust is now down to 1,750. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the ring is going for now. Say band. The Band of Universal Power is now down to 3,000, so pretty high on that still. So this could be an opportunity for you guys to make a little bit of Lucent if you're insanely lucky. Now, you're probably not going to be getting too lucky with this, as the rates for this is basically only 1%, since you got a 0.7 and a 0.7. It's about 1.4%. Now, let's go ahead and get into the system. What is material transmutation and how do we take advantage of this? Now, what we're going to do here is let's go ahead and throw in all of our blue gear that we don't want. It even goes and takes it out of the storage for you as well, so it's very helpful. If we go ahead and throw this up, we see our points over here will start to rise. Now, as our points begin to rise, we throw in more and more blue gear, and eventually it will say tier 2 conversion tier unlocked, and it'll tell you your expected reward is now a rare accessory. We're going to want to keep going. If you want to, you can throw in some of these ores. I will probably be throwing a little bit of this in because I have a ton right now, but do keep in mind, once tier 2 comes out, you're going to need a lot of this ore, so don't waste all of it. I'll just do a little bit of it just for demonstration's sake. As you see, each little bit that I throw in here increases it by a good amount. We'll bump that all the way up, and then eventually it will hit conversion tier 3. And if I try to add anything else, it will not let me because we're now maxed out. And then make sure you click accessories. If you click armor, as you see right here, it will say level 1 armor obtained. And if we look at the probability, there will no longer be any chance to obtain the Belt of Bloodlust, as well as the ring. So remember, we're trying to get the Band of Universal Power and the Belt of Bloodlust. That's basically all we're looking for. Everything else is pretty much not too worth it. So we're going to go ahead and press this button right here. Make sure, again, accessories is ticked. Always just double, triple check that. You don't want to click the wrong thing on accident. And then transformation. We'll click it. We have to spend a lot of Solent. We'll say yes. And we will get a purple item guaranteed out of this, as well as a few other extra rewards. Now, as you saw, it did take a good amount of materials. However, if you have some other purples, it will actually take a lot less. So if I want to throw in these greaves, as you see, that was 1,000 right here just for this purple. So purples that are like really cheap on the market board right now could be worth buying and making just simply to throw into here. As you can see right here, it's worth a ton of materials, a ton of points. We're going to go ahead and throw this in. We can take these back out since we don't even need that. We simply just need 5 purples and it will max it out immediately. Or again, we could take 1 out and then throw in some other things like these little ores. Now, what does the math say on this? If we throw 1 of these in right here, that gives us what? How much does it give us? About 1,000. So we probably don't want to throw 5 of them in. Probably 4 purples and then a few smaller things. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a little bit. Maybe something like this would be more beneficial than throwing 5 purples in. Now let's go ahead and try again. If we're lucky, we can get the Band of Universal Power. If we're unlucky, then we don't really get anything. So let's hope for the best. And spin again. Go gacha. We got the Eldritch Ice Band. Not too good, not too good. Now, we're going to go ahead and just go again. This is pretty much all you do. You can just keep throwing everything in there and keep going again. As you see right now, we have a bunch of these, so I'm just going to throw a bunch of these in here. And that's going to be pretty much what you guys are going to be doing. Just throw all these in here and keep on fishing. And then if we're lucky, we get something good. If we're unlucky, we don't get anything good. And unfortunately, we are not getting too lucky right now. Now, as you see, it does cost quite a bit of these materials. So again, I probably wouldn't recommend wasting all of these, but I don't really care. I have a lot of these. So I'm going to throw some of these in here right now. Maybe not go too low on all of these. And then we'll go ahead and spin it one more time. And we got the Grace Charm. So yeah, nothing too good. Again, the chance of getting anything good is barely 1% chance. So don't really expect anything. That's why I say I wouldn't be throwing all of your materials in here hoping to get the Belt of Bloodlust. At the end of the day, come tier 3, you're going to be needing these materials again. So don't waste all your ore in here unless you're just feeling like a very gambly person today. Because you never know. You could hit it big, but you probably won't. Anyways, that's pretty much the whole entire transmutation system. Now, what else do we have to talk about? We have to talk about the runes. We have to talk about Spear. We have so many other things to talk about. Brand new dungeon, by the way. So there's a bunch more content on the way. I'm probably not going to come out with a guide because I'm sure there's already a bunch of guides on this dungeon already on YouTube. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys understand material transmutation now. And hopefully you guys can get the Belt of Bloodlust or the Universal Band of Power and make me very jealous in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.